Hello, this is Britt Caswell with another example video. In this video, I'm covering example 3 from section 2-6 in the SavvasRealize Algebra2 textbook. So in this video, we are looking at how to identify the number of real number solutions. So I hate that title. I'm not just identifying the real number solutions, it could also be the imaginary ones too. So we're looking at the number and type of roots. So in order to do that, what we need to do is we need to look at what's called the discriminant. Okay, that's the part of the quadratic formula that's underneath the radical. So with that discriminant, if we plug in our values into the discriminant, remember it has to be from standard form, and you get a positive number, that means you're going to have what are called two real roots. Okay, that means that the parabola, like this red parabola, is going to cross the x-axis in two spots. If you plug into the discriminant and you get the number 0, that means that you're going to have one real root. That means that you're going to come down and touch the parabola in exactly one spot, and then you're going to go back up. And then if I plug into the discriminant and I get a negative number, okay, that means that our parabola never actually crosses the x-axis. So I have two imaginary roots or two non-real roots. Now remember, we have a lot of words for solutions. So a root is the same thing as a 0, is the same thing as a solution, is the same thing as the x-intercept. I'm sure there's more words for it, but those all mean the same thing. They're all just the same spot where the parabola crosses the x-axis. So don't be like caught up where it's talking about the word root, okay? So here I think this might even be the try it says to describe the nature of the solutions of each equation. So what they mean is they're saying to say whether they're real or imaginary, essentially. So I'm using that discriminant, right? The b squared minus 4 times a times c. I'm just getting all ready to start plugging stuff in. Goodness gracious. So we need to identify our a, b, and c, right? So my a is 16, my b is 8, and my c is 1. So if I go to plug those into this formula, I put my 8, my 16, and my 1. Now, this thing, I could tell you now, this is a perfect square trinomial. So you could totally factor that. It's pretty easy to factor it, and you're probably going to get two real numbers out of it. So 8 squared is 64. 4 times 16 is 64 times 1 is still 64. So I get a 0. So because I have 0, there is one real solution. Okay, so that means that you have what are called repeating factors. So like if you factor this out, you would get 8x plus 1 squared. And so if you set 8x plus 1 equal to 0, and you solve for it, you get negative 1/8. And so that's where you would know, oh, there's just that one spot. So the parabola comes down, touches at negative 1/8, and then goes away. Let's go ahead and let's try another one. Switch colors, let's go purple. So again, I need b squared minus 4ac, so b squared minus 4ac. So my a is 2, my b is negative 5, and my c is 6. So negative 5 squared is 25. 4 times 2 is 8, times 6 is 48. So 25 minus 48 is probably negative 23, something like that. It's negative something. So I get a negative number. So that means that I'm going to have 2 imaginary solutions and no real solutions. So there you have it. That is how to determine the number and type of solutions to a quadratic. Until next time.